Hi there, everyone. I'm Michelle Freeman, Realtor with Edina Realty.
I'm Steve Mohabir, Mortgage Officer with Edina Realty Mortgage.
And you're watching Tea Time Tips. We're back!
Yay!
How's it going, Steve?
Going wonderful. 2021 was fun and exciting in so many ways.
Yes, there was a lot happening in 2021. And I'm trying to, did we do a Tea Time Tips in 2021?
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did either. So we took a hiatus because there was a lot going on. But we're back. So let's talk about all things that happened in 2021 and how that's formulating heading into 2022.
Sure.
What are you seeing on your end?
Well, if I were comparing what we expect in 2022, it would all be interest rate related discussions.
Tell me more.
Yeah, 2021, we had very, record lows. I've been doing this coming on 20 years here in July.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And rates were the lowest I've ever seen them for the majority of the year until pretty much the last 2 months. The rates have started to rise and continue rising into 2022 currently. So we saw a lot of activity, refinance activity from that in the last 2 years in particular, kind of starting of COVID era. And a lot of purchase activity. I'm sure you saw the same.
Top three year for me. So
yeah, because not just because of low rates, but it certainly is nice when you can get those payments down and move up in house price and such.
Yeah, because that helps with the affordability factor, right? Like that interest rate, balancing it out with the sales price. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, so about a % increase in interest rate changes your purchasing power. If you wanted to keep the payment the same, it's about 10%. So, you know, a $330,000 house last year with rates in the low threes, you get the same mortgage payment right now on a $300,000 mortgage in the low fours. So that's kind of where we sit, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it's kind of the way of the world.
You know what? I don't look at it as a Debbie Downer. I look at it as we need to know what we're dealing with so that we can move forward, because there are things we can control and things we can't control. And we can prep for most of them if we have a heads up. So
absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's just about the buyers really being realistic about what they need and what they can afford. And I know that you've worked with some of my clients and helping them. I hate to use the word creative because I don't really like to think of financing as creative, but helping them be more competitive in a really tight market, because I know that I was shocked at the frenzy we saw last year in 2021 for the frenzy of the spring market. It tempered a little bit as the year went on, especially the last couple months of the year from my perspective. But we're still not seeing inventory levels, you know, back where it's made a major swing to being a buyer's market. They're still calling it a seller's market. So as we are navigating these waters heading into spring market, and we know that the inventory is still competitive, like we're still going to see multiple offers. There is talk that the interest rates are going to rise. What are some things that buyers can kind of do to prep from your end to kind of make themselves more competitive?
Yeah, I think A would be, you know, first have a conversation with you and me almost together, because it's more of a collaborative approach, right? Like let's, you know, you owe very little or you have a ton of equity. Can we do a bridge loan? Can you qualify for a new house on your own without selling? Those type of things that really put you ahead of the game in terms of, that next house you want to buy. Can you move up? Are you moving down? Can you buy it without? I think you would agree the least contingencies you have, the better. And whatever we can do to not have a big financing contingency or a pause from a seller's perspective, I think the better position you'll have to win those offers, and especially in multiples. Yeah.
Yeah, I would wholeheartedly agree to the collaborative. I mean, I think that definitely in the first conversations I have with buyers, I'm like, yeah, we've got to get you connected because we do need your input in that and how we can best move forward. And, that's one thing. I've had conversations with sellers / buyers. They have to sell their house. They might not have to sell their house to move forward, but they're trying to do it very piecemeal. And I try to say, no, we need to have the whole conversation, including with Steve, me, what we're going to do with your current home, how we're going to get you into your next home. And I think that's one thing that I would really like to stress this year is the collaboration piece of that, because I feel like that is going to be so important moving forward.
Could be the theme of 2022 Tea Time Tips.
I mean, did you feel me putting on the brakes? I was almost about to say that. I was like, really? Are we going to do a theme? Maybe we should do a theme. I think on the spot, we're doing a theme since we thought of it collectively. Once again, there goes that collaboration. So any other things we need to think about in these first couple months of 2022?
I think it's super positive. From a lending perspective, there was, a lot of people that were laid off or temporary laid off or put on furlough early COVID, and lenders really didn't know how to deal with how do we qualify someone that was maybe an hourly worker or something to that extent when they had a bunch of time off. Their year income year over year is really down. I think we had a new emergence of 2021, restaurants open back up and things like that. So now we have, a bigger, better year and picture of people's incomes, which is huge. That's how you qualify. You qualify with credit, qualify with income. And that's a big positive, and looking forward into 2022.
Love it. I'm all in.
Perfect.
Collaboration, here we come. So on that note, probably should let the people know that we're planning on doing our tea time tips once a month.
Correct.
So look for it that first week of the month going forward. But as always, if you have any questions, you can feel free to message us below, direct message us. We'll get in touch with you. If you have anything that you'd like us to discuss over the coming year, let us know that as well. But in the meantime, welcome back. I'm excited to work with you once again. And I don't know, maybe we'll be able to do a celebration for your 20th year.
Maybe.
So exciting. All right, everyone. You've been watching Tea Time Tips. I'm Amy Michelle Freeman, Realtor with Edina Realty.
I'm Steve Mohabir, mortgage consultant with Edina Realty Mortgage.